Good morning, Friday, July 31st, the last day of the month in July. We are back with another MLB breakdown. In today's episode, we have a lot to show off. I'm excited to show y'all stuff that I've been promising you for quite a while. So we're going to get into it in a minute. Let's just let some people pop on into the stream. And yeah, I got some really cool updates for y'all. I got some really cool updates for the rudebets.com subscribers. Today is a great time to go sign up for rudebets.com. You can see it right there on the screen. Promo code 50% off with code second half. Because I finally got what I was telling y'all I was going to get into. And no, it is not an NFL preview. It's MLB related. Let's see who we've got in here though. We got Duke, DIY Demand, Biz or BLZ, Camden, Fatso, Alro, Buckeye, DD for show, Mel, Trotry Baby, Dark Alchemy, MBK, Buckeye Nation, AJC, Stefan, Stonebone, B Brown, El Duro. Yeah, I'm excited for this. Prop Finder unbanned. That took quite a while. Look, good for them, man. Good for them. But y'all are about to see something. Dave with a 10 stream streak. I appreciate it. I guess we can hop into it. We got a decent amount of people in here already. You probably noticed something new already right here. Every single game card. And this is just scratching the surface, by the way. This is just scratching the surface. Every game card has odds. So now you can see the money line. You can see the model's value. And if you click on it, you can fully expand all the odds, right? So you got your money line odds. You got your team total odds. First five total. First 5 game total. Yurfy, Nerfy. All your odds are in here. Customized books. Look at how many books we have now. Put a circa on there. Look how many books we have on here now. Now you can customize your books to a lot more options, which is huge. But not only do we have this, chat, we got it for every line, right? You go to total bases. Boom. You got all your lines right here with all your different books that you've selected. It shows you the over, shows you the EV percentage based on the model for any line. So over EV is 31% on BetMGM here for 1.5 bases for Nick Kurtz. Under is negative 40%. Boom. And that's for everything. Pitchers, I know a lot of y'all been waiting for strikeouts, right? Strikeout odds with EV. You see the best lines. And here's something cool. You can even go to the alt ladder and see the alt lines, right? If you want to see alt lines, you can see all the different alt lines. You click on it, it'll show you all the different books that offer that line. So you got your main lines, you got your alt lines with the EV. But that's not all, chat. And like I said, that's for everything. You can go to pitcher outs, earned runs, you name it. We got the odds in for everything. But go over to Home Run Zone. I was up all night doing this, by the way. I was up all night working on this. And it's not even done yet. It's just kind of started. Parlay Builder. I told y'all I would do it for you. Pitcher Ks, hits, runs, RBIs, and hits already in here. We're going to add more, too. But now we got Parlay Builders. I got your Parlay Builders with strategies for pitcher strikeouts. I got your Parlay strategies and Parlay Builder for hits, runs, RBIs. Right? And hits. So, and you can submit these to the community. That's a good point, Dave. You can submit these to the community. Right? So you got your different strategies for hits. And then in your community feed, if you want to tail plays, say you only want to look at pitcher plays people submitted, pitcher Ks. Now you can see just the pitcher Ks plays that have been submitted. Hits, runs, RBIs. You can select multiple too. Say you only want to look at hits, runs, RBIs, and hits plays that people have posted. Boom. But honestly, my favorite update from yesterday, we got the Gambly bot latency down to like sub 5 seconds. Say you want to take this play right here. I know a lot of y'all were frustrated and you probably didn't use this button because it took a while to load. Place parlay. I'll laugh if it doesn't work now. Maybe it's sub 10 seconds. But yesterday it was going sub 5 seconds. Okay, that took 8 seconds. It took 8 seconds, which is a lot less than it did before when it was taking like 45 to 50 seconds per slip. 8 seconds to pull up a slip, and that was on the slow side. I'm being honest with y'all. That was on the slow side. Now when you're in the community feed and you want to tail somebody's play, unlock it, place the 2-leg, click the button, and you should have it up in a few seconds. Around sub 10 seconds on average. Boom. That took 4 seconds. Now I got the slip, I can place it. So now you don't have to go back and forth anymore. You can just click the bet button on any of these slips that you want to take or any of the slips that you build for any of these categories, and it'll populate in like 3 seconds rather than a minute. So, a lot of updates here, but we got a ton of odds in here. We got multiple parlay builders for strikeouts, hits, runs, RBIs, hits. And later today, I'll add total bases. I'll add pitcher walks, batter walk, whatever you guys want, honestly. I can add anything in here now because we have all the odds. And the updated community feed. So, a lot of big updates. A lot of big updates. So, what I really like here is being able to see all the different books and seeing the value on any of the books, right? Pretty sick. Pretty sick. So, now I'm not gonna add doubles, but yeah. So those are the updates. Like, I like this. You want to look at pitcher walks, right? Not many books have a line for that, but if they do, you could see it. We got everything on here now. So, yeah, stolen bases have markets too. Yep, stolen bases have markets too, right? So you want to look at stolen bases lines right here. Boom. There's massive EV on Tyler Tolbert, stolen base. Same with Nasim Nunez. Actually, it's pretty fair value. Yeah, you can see all this. And don't forget, chat, if you want to build parlays, you can also do it from your watch list, right? You add guys to your watch list. Now with the Gambly Bot being so fast, super fast, you can just build parlays from here. So you want to take total bases, boom, boom, and you click place 2-leg. Don't forget about that. So, yeah, a lot of new updates. Even in the game sim, you'll find odds too, right? So when you click on a game, you'll see the odds here. You'll see the Yerfy Nerfy odds. So, game odds. Still a little bit of a work in progress, but it's all there. It's all there. So now you can quickly see, like, okay, Cubs money line, probably not a good idea. Yankees money line actually has some decent value on Novig. Yankees money line has some plus EV, not much, a little bit, but yeah. So I worked all night on that. The parlay builder, for all you guys have been asking for a long time. You want to build your hits, runs, RBIs parlays. You want to build hits parlays. You want to build strikeouts parlays. They're there now. They are there now. So y'all can go in and do it. Y'all can go in and do it. So super happy about that. All right. 3+ homers in the last 10 versus the pitch mix. Yeah, once again, today's a good day. If you're not a member of rudebets.com or if you used to be a member of rudebets.com and you want to come back in, 50% off code second half. Homers aren't hitting right now. Guess what is? Hits, runs, RBIs, total bases, pitcher strikeouts, all of that stuff. So the tools have just gotten better and easier for you to use to craft stuff that isn't home runs if you're not trying to do homers. So, yeah. Yo, Shitbeat, thank you for the 25 stream streak. Double sitting right now too, yeah. Something's telling me Victor Mesa here looks not bad. Salvi against Sagano. I mean, he got unlucky yesterday, if anybody saw that. He was close. What's the discount code? Second half. It's on the screen. Literally, it's underneath the sub goal on the screen. Also, it's on the website if you go to the checkout area. I gotta throw Salvi on there. What up, K Breezy? I mean, a lefty on Freddie Peralta's for sure hitting one today. Got to throw Conine and potentially Mac on there, but Mac's just a four-seam guy. Mac is just a four-seam guy. Just listening, thanks. Oh, no problem. It's second half. But 2, not second, like spelled out 2ND, second. Like abbreviate, second half. Watching that triple is funny. Yeah. Yep. Drake Baldwin with the... Oh, no hello, good sirs. Wow. Drake Baldwin with the 29 out of 30 was crazy yesterday, by the way. It'll be Stowers again. It could be. It's one of Stowers, Conine, and Mac are going to be going off Freddie today. I mean, it's what he does. He gives up homers to lefties. Like, that's just what he does. All right, hot combo here. How about Luis Garcia last night? He went crazy. Almost had a cycle. I think he was a single away from the cycle, or did he get it? Yordong versus Nathan Eovaldi. Jake Bauers versus Ryan Johnson. Jake Bauers is due as hell. 102 average exit velocity on the sinker. I like that. Luis Garcia here against Bryce Elder. He's on a heater. Yordong odds are pretty trash, but he's going to look crazy today. He always does. Hunter Goodman again. His odds are just bad. Stowers, yeah. George Springer. Interesting for George Springer, actually. I'm going to keep him on there. Interesting for George Springer. Let's look at Jonesy's filet mignon. You had Garcia paired with Conine. Tough. You like Springer on Saturdays. Well, today's Friday, unfortunately. Nothing for the filet mignon. And then moonshots. You don't like Liam Hicks? I mean, not more than those other guys, probably. I'll tell you that. Conine, Mac, and Stowers have been cooking. They've been just absolutely cooking, so. But Liam Hicks is a lefty on the Marlins, so it's always possible. All right, the only moonshot guy here is Bandon Lowe against Hunter Green on a four-seamer. I don't know about all that. What are we looking at for homers today? 36 across 14 games. Should be a decent day. We got some good games here. We have some decent games here. Yeah, not bad overall. It's just going to depend if the balls get any flight or not, though. We've been seeing a lot of terrible ball flight, a lot of drag, balls dying at the wall. Balls dying at the wall. Back-to-back, 17 homers yesterday. That's pitiful. Less than 2 per game. Pitiful. Hey, Dalton rushing. Absolutely pitiful. Hicks hit too often last time? Yeah. That's fine. All right. Let's jump into it. Cody's walk-off was nice. That's crazy. 0-2 count, bottom of the ninth, down 3, hits a grand slam. That's crazy. Lefty on lefty as well. All right. Shota Meatball Naga versus Will Warren. What time is this game starting? 2:20. Island game. We have an island alert. I need an island emote. We need an island emote. Well, we got an island alert. Pretty unfortunate. This is a solid matchup. It's a pretty solid matchup. All right, well. Man, lefties have been hitting him a lot harder than righties lately. Look at his splits here. Righties on the year, though, 15 homers versus 7. But recently, lefties have been getting after him. You still go either way. Four-seam splitter. I mean, last 20 balls in play, Goldie looks outstanding. Last 10, A little rough. 750 ISO, though, on the last 12 balls in play. That's not bad in the last 10 games. He's in a bit of a rut, recent form. Splitter four seam. I know we love Goldie versus lefties. 3 for 10 with a homer against Chota. Four seam splitter from lefties. Yeah, you can see it. I mean, he's got a couple homers. Other than that, it's been pretty bad. Pretty sporadic here. Goldie is pretty sporadic here. Goldie, already the Twitter play of the day at 9 a.m. Well, I'll be honest with you. I'm not going to take anything in this game. I don't like taking plays in island games, but I'm looking at this for y'all. Goldie isn't bad. It's just very sporadic between the homers. Homer and then nothing. Couple homers and then nothing. So even here, homer, decent, nothing. Been a little bit of a minute since he had a homer. Not too long. About a week ago. Yo, Steak with the 5 gifted. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate that. Steak always comes in and drops bangers. I appreciate that, Steak. Steak with the VIP number 2 on the gifted 3-month sub. W Rubes, W Steak, man. W Steak. Goalie doesn't have to look good. He just goes. Y'all do what you want. Incognito 15 with the prime. I appreciate that. So yeah, Goldie. Yeah, we like his splits versus lefties. 1,000 OPS, 9 homers. Always good. Always a solid option versus lefties. But now here's something interesting. Ben Rice, lefty on lefty. His odds are pretty trash, but Ben Rice, lefty on lefty, also could be playable today. On pace for 48 homers. King Vino with the 5 gifted. Holy cow. Look what you started, Steak. Thank you, King Vino. I appreciate the 5. Are we at 800 already now? Close. Chugging away, 758. 758. I appreciate that. Ben Rice, lefty on lefty, is interesting. Get rid of the sinker, nothing. Actually, I got to throw the splitter back on for the righties. Rosario, not too interested there. Jason Dominguez, not too interested there. Volpe, probably not. Max Schumann. No. Look at Jazz, lefty on lefty. He's the only other guy that's like decent outside of Cody, but Cody is not in. Sinker. Yeah, Jazz also definitely not bad. Versus Shota, he's 1-4. No homers. Trent, lefty on lefty. Yeah, Trent looks terrible recently. Last 15 games, brutal. Last 7 games, even worse. Lefty on lefty for Trent. Really nothing. Last homer, Trevor Rogers on May 12th. Yeah. What's Jazz? Yeah, Jazz at plus 420 is not terrible. Ben Rice in the 200s. I just think I wouldn't take it at that price, lefty on lefty. And Goldie, also in the 300s. Not bad. 360 for Goldie is not bad. So you could do it. Y'all keep telling me that prop got their account back. I'm gonna be brutally honest. I do not care. I do not care how prop moves, what they do. I do not. I've seen like 7 chats about it already today. Great. Good for him. I don't know what to tell y'all. I don't know what... I just don't know what to... Like, what do you want me to say? Like, that's my direct competitor. What do y'all want me to say? You think Coca-Cola is going to be like, oh, hell yeah, go Pepsi. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck do you want me to say? I don't know. Is it beef? It's not beef. It's just like, I don't know what y'all want me to say. Like, that's my competitor. Like, that's who I'm in competition with. I don't know. You ever see Ford, like, shout out Chevy? You know what I mean? I don't use Prop Finder. Never have, never will. Like, that's just not... I'm building my own shit, so... You guys are funny. You guys are funny. Y'all are funny. Yeah, PlayStation. Let's go Xbox. Exactly. Like what? I just don't know what y'all want me to say. Tell you right now, nobody's in prop finders stream talking about me. Tell you that. Actually, I don't even know if they stream. I think they used to. Let's see. Will Warren, 10 homers of lefties. His OPS is pretty bad against both, though. Use both? Yeah, y'all can use both for sure. I don't. If y'all use prop, it doesn't bother. Like no hate there. I'm just saying I'm not like out there watching them and like rooting for every move they make. You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying. I just genuinely was curious. Like, what am I supposed to say to that? Congrats. I don't know. All right, lefties versus Will Warren. Four seam. Wow, you're really only getting hit on the four seam, huh? Really getting hit on the four seam and the sweeper. We can look at the righties, sinker sweeper. Even this four seam too. Not bad. Not a bad opportunity here. Look, I can tell you one thing. I got pretty much everything they got. They don't have everything I have. So, yeah, it is more of a one-stop shop here. Build parlays on here. You can place parlays on here. You can get plays from other community members on here. You can build lists on here in one click. You could track your plays with your watch list on here with insights based on the tags. We model every line, give you EV on every price. Like, there's a lot more here. There's a lot more here. So, but if y'all want to use them, that's fine. I understand they're cheaper. I get it. Don't even look at PCA, somebody said. I'm looking at PCA. I am looking at PCA. I can't lie to y'all. I'm looking at PCA. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know who said don't look at PCA, but I did go over the updates, Nemo, but we'll probably touch on them again. Now look at the odds. Well, that's what I didn't want to do yet. That's what I don't want to do yet. Honestly, Seiya is not bad for a righty over here. It's really between those two, PCA and Seiya. Huh. Oh. All right, shout out Kalshi. Shout out Kalshi here. Yo, happy Friday, Lil Shoot 'em up. Shout out Kalshi. If y'all are not on Kalshi, use code ROOT at sign up, get a free $10. Plus 376 for PCA. Now, that's not a bad line. Not a bad line. But yeah, y'all are right. Plus 285 for PCA is dog water. I will agree with that. But 376, now, if you really want to take PCA today for an early game, 376, I wouldn't be opposed for somebody taking that. Good pitch mix rating, too. Good stats on the last 20 and the last 10. Yeah. PCA plus 376, playable. PCA plus 285. If you take it, don't tell me because I will probably roast you. I'll probably roast you. Seiya Suzuki plus 430, not bad. I don't mind Seiya. What's going on here with buddy old pal Alex Bregman? I see. Guy can't hit a sinker to save his life. Good on a four seam, good on a sweeper. Look, if Bregman can somehow avoid a sinker today, I actually don't mind him either. Schwarber was plus 105, brother. I saw a Schwarber line at plus 105. That shit was crazy. And no, he did not hit a homer. Like, that shit was crazy. That should be, like, FBI's got to get involved there. Like, there's no shot. What are we doing? All right, Bregman's okay. I mean, he doesn't hit it that hard. His max EV is 102 miles an hour, only one ball over 100 miles an hour. It's just not enough. It's just not enough. But, I mean, yeah, you can see on the sinker he's terrible. Yeah. Bregman's all right. Seiya, I like Seiya here. Let's go back to get rid of those two. Yeah, Seiya, man. Bit of a rough patch here. So. All right. Yeah, PCA, if you take him, please do me a favor, dude, on Kalshi. Like, just be smart. There's no reason to take a play that is so much lower value than it's the same exact play. Either he hits a home run or he doesn't. You either get paid or you don't. Why wouldn't you want to get 376 instead of 280, 290? Like, come on. Once again, code RUDE on Calcio get you a free $10 if you sign up, if you have not signed up yet. So, all right, we're actually into the real games now. Pirates, Reds, night games. We're off the island. We have left the island here. Pirates money line. Pirates money line's looking pretty good today. About 12% to 15% EV, depending on the book you take here. I know they're going up against Hunter Green, but not bad. Cincinnati team total. Cincinnati over 3.5 isn't bad. Pittsburgh over 4.5, not bad. The most strikeout team, yeah, Hunter Green should get a lot of strikeouts, but they actually have pretty good pitch mixes. You know why? Hunter Green only throws four seams, man. And guess what? The Pirates are actually good at hitting. Look at these numbers versus four seam fastballs. They're good at hitting four seams. A lot of high ISO. So this is actually a pretty good matchup for them. Brian Reynolds here and Ryan O'Hearn. Get rid of the four seam. Both drop a little bit. Brian Reynolds and Ryan O'Hearn. Brian Reynolds, I just don't think he hits enough homers for me to take him. Everyone always says, oh, he has 4 for 11 with a homer. Brian Reynolds, man. Yeah, Brian Reynolds has been kind of on one right here. 3 barrels, 30% barrel rate, 4-seam and a slider in there. Not bad. Matchup, he does beat him on the 4-seam. He does really well against 4-seams. Most of the Pirates have really, really good stats against a 4-seam fastball. Brian Reynolds is one of them. 2.50 runs above average on 4-seams this year. That's insane. B-low, band low. I know he went yesterday, back-to-back guys. He went twice in the last 3 games, actually. He's not bad. 340 is actually a good price for him. 340 is a good price, and he is a 4-seam merchant, 30% barrel on his last 10 4-seam fastballs. I don't hate it. Ryan O'Hearn. I like O'Hearn here, too. Not bad. 480. He's got a homer in the last 5 games. Extend this out a little bit. Yeah, like he's just pretty consistent with hard hit. His launch angles are all pretty good. 29, a little high here. 28. Not many grounders, though. Only 2 ground balls. Well, I guess technically these are ground balls too, 7 and 2 degrees, but only 2 negative launch angles, 30% ground ball rate total. I don't mind Ryan O'Hearn today. I really don't. Mangum's going to be a hits guy today. Jacob Gonzalez. Another guy. He's actually kind of sneaky here as a long shot. Good launch angles, 24. A little bit line drivey. Good exit velos, though. Really good exit velos. Jacob Gonzalez here. Nick Gonzalez, the other Gonzalez, not that good. He's pretty hit or miss. The Magician as Merlin. I mean, he's always in play. S. Merlin is always in play. His barrel rate, 33%. Pull barrel, 22%. He's always in play. Very good against a 4-seam, very good against a slider. Those are the top 2 pitches he's going to see. So let's look at the zones. Zone rating, not great. 4-seam, nothing crazy. Slider, he's all right on the zones, nothing crazy. 5 out of 6 do. I don't mind the Magician here today. I do not mind him. 2.87. Pirates were expecting to hit 1.68 homers. Yeah. I think I'm going to go... I'm stuck if I want to take O'Hearn or not here. If I could get him in the 500s, I'll take O'Hearn. That's what I'm going to say. If I can get O'Hearn in the 500s, I'll put him on the list. But I don't know if I can get him in the 500s right now. So, but if we can find him in the 500s, I don't mind him. All right, Reds. Paul Skeens. He's cooking. Number 1 strikeout matchup here, too, so... This is actually the number 1 and number 2 strikeout matchups. Pretty funny. Probably a lot of strikeouts. 8 for each of these guys. I know Paul Skeens generally doesn't win a lot when he's on the mound, but I'm telling you, man, Pirates at... Not a bad moneyline play here for the Pirates, really. Yesterday, the moneyline play the day I called out was the Braves. The Braves won. It was a little sketchy, but they did. I don't know if I want to go after Paul Skeens. Four-seam changeup, four-seam sweeper, sinker. Yeah, nobody's really jumping off the page enough for me to take them against Paul Skeens. What's Gino? Does he have any history here? 1 for 9. Yeah. Ellie, 4 for 16. Okay, he hits him well. No homers, though. Day, nah. Sal, nah. 0 for 7. Yeah. Nathaniel Lowe, 3 for 8 with 2 extra base hits. Now, this is interesting. Oops. Just not doing very well in four-seam changeup. Yeah. I'm going to fade the Reds today against Skeens. Also, I'm pretty sure is he bad in day games, though? Yeah, he's worse in day games. So he is worse in day games, but I still don't love it. He's starting to cook, so I'll stay away from Skeens. That's a night game. What am I talking about? It's a night game. Yeah, it's another reason to fade it. 193 average, 547 OPS in night games. Yeah, I think I'm good. What the hell? We must have some pitcher missing from that game. What's going on here? That was weird. Kyle Leahy, Dylan Cease. Oof. Dylan Cease is another one of them ones, man. Dylan Cease is another one of them ones. Although I think recently he's been... Nah, not really. He had one game. One game in the last 2 months he's given up a homer. Yeah. Possibly another good strikeout guy. I know he has a tough matchup today, though. He does have a tough matchup. I mean, I'll look at JJ Weatherholt, I guess, but let's be honest here. Four-seam knuckle curve. He didn't even throw the sinker. How's he getting hit on it? Yeah, JJ's like okay. If anybody, JJ Weatherholt, you get a good long shot on him, but I'm good. Kyle Leahy though. Yeah, he's pretty mid. 5 and 7, pretty even. Lefties do hit him for a higher OPS, a higher average, more hits. Yeah, lefties definitely are a little bit better in this matchup. Although righties, yeah, righties still can get after him. Slider, four-seam curveball to the righties. Yeah. Tell you what, man. Holy cow. Four-seam curveball slider to the lefties. There's one guy and one guy only, and it is actually really nice. That's a hello, good sir. That's a hello, good sir. And he's locked in. Yeah. Watch out, George Springer today. Looks pretty good. They just put him on the trade block. He's def going. That's true. It's funny. When the pitchers get put on the trade block, they get kind of smoked. When batters get put on the trade block, I feel like they go crazy. Look at CJ Abrams. There was talk about CJ Abrams getting traded. He had 7 homers in 7 days. George Springer is that guy today. Watch out for George Springer. No value on the money line here. Nick Martinez, Eric Fetty, Junior Caminero. Let's see. Martinez giving it up to lefties a little bit more than righties. Sinker changeup. Sinker changeup 4-seam, but I want to get rid of the 4-seam for now. Let's do sinker changeup. Because I know the 4-seam is just going to make Murakami look insane. Righty's really only the sinker. Yeah. Colson Montgomery. Ha! Colson Montgomery if he can avoid a 4-seam. And then Murakami if he can get a 4-seam. He just doesn't throw it enough. 11%. Sinker changeup is 50% of the balls, and that is Colson Montgomery's mix. Colson's been super, super cold, though. Golly. Oh, my God. Colson Montgomery's been tough. Good pull, though. That's beautiful. Top 2 pitches thrown to Colson Montgomery today. But here's the problem. If you look at all of his recent hits, it's against 4-seams, and he can't hit a 4-seam to save his life, man. Guy cannot hit a 4-seam to save his life. I've never seen anything like this. He's the only power hitter in baseball that can't hit a 4-seam. Colson Montgomery is the only power hitter in baseball that cannot hit a 4-seam. I don't think I've ever seen anything like it. Usually these guys all smoke 4-seams and they're bad against the other stuff. But Colson Montgomery, for some reason, he's good against the secondary pitches or whatever, the movement pitches, but a 4-seam fastball coming straight at him, he can't hit it. Sinker cutter changeup. Yeah. I'll keep Colson on there. That's actually kind of crazy. Murakami. Now, he's kind of the opposite story here. Murakami, on the other end, kind of needs a 4-seam. Progression spot, he's due. Yeah, I agree. Maybe it's like a basketball player's too open to miss a shot. I guess so. I don't know what it is. Miguel Vargas, sinker. I guess we throw changeup and cutter in there. They're not hitting it. I think, for me, it's just Colson. You could go Murakami, but you're banking on a 4-seam, which he barely throws. So Murakami has a little bit more risk. 4-seam, Murakami's nuts. Yeah. We'll go Colson there. Now, Fetty really only giving it up to righties. Sinker, sweeper. That's all he throws. Tell you what. I feel like just out of principle, you got to throw Caminero on there. I think you got a blind Caminero today. Sinker, sweeper, cutter. And Victor Mesa looks really good. Victor Mesa looks really good. Victor Mesa looks insane. Sweeper, sinker, cutter. Three homers, yeah. Kind of hit or miss. We know that about him, though. We know that about him. I still think he's a good price. 500s for Victor Mesa, definitely a good long shot. Y'all don't want Seos in. I'll turn that off. All right. Sleeper long shot? Yeah, for sure. Well, we've arrived. We've arrived at the Freddie Peralta left-handed batter. Four-seam changeup. I already got him. Stowers and Conine. Theos and goated. I agree, but I feel like most people in here don't want to hear all that. Stowers and Conine. Even Joe Mack, man, but Joe Mack is a four-seam merchant. Actually, he's pretty good against a changeup, too. Oh, my God. It's the same three we always expected. Liam Hicks not doing shit. They all look really good. Bring out the wheel. Let's just see what the wheel says, though. I am curious. Let's just see what the wheel says. Let's just see what the wheel says. Yeah, the wheel's wrong, bro. The wheel's just wrong. The wheel's cold. The wheel's ice cold. Bro, Mac again? Oh my God. Get that shot here. Get that shot. 2 in a row? I even shuffled it. A wheel's not data. I know. It's more about the memes, Jakey. No one's taking the wheel serious, my guy. It's a joke. It's just a bit. It's just a bit. Jansen junk. I mean, they all have good value. I mean, Stowers, I guess, is like the least valuable here. But Conine and Mac both have crazy good value. Like Jansen junk. Since returning, he's not been bad. Check out what he shared with me on X. Joe Mack, Colson, and Springer. Wow. Look who we just looked at. I like it. I like it, Jonesy. Joe Mack, Colson, Montgomery, and George Springer. 3 guys we literally just went over. All look pretty good. Okay. So Jansen junk, I mean, he's just probably not a huge guy you want to target here. The Mets without Soto, like, just not really a team I want to take for homers, but four-seam sweeper and slider, really just slider. I loved this song back in the day. Carson Bench is okay. Francisco Alvarez is okay. Bench and Alvarez are okay. Semion's got decent numbers too. I'm just not a fan, man. Mets are a very fadeable team. Mets are just a very fadeable team for me. Without Soto, at least. But Bench and Alvarez look fine. I'm just not. They just partnered with Novig. Can't trust them. Damn straight. D-backs, Guardians, Tanner Bibby. Who the hell is this guy? I've said that before on this guy, though. I've said that before on this guy. What about targeting them for Ks? Possible. We got the odds in there now with the EV, so y'all can definitely look into that. Bibby. What am I looking for? Oh, wow. Lefty's really getting after Bibby. Sheesh. Okay. Four seam, cutter, sinker, curveball. Four seam, cutter, sinker, curveball. Yeah. Oh, Cattell. Cattell, not so bad. Corbin's okay, too. Cattell's not so bad here. I don't mind Cattell. I don't mind Cattell today. I haven't taken Cattell Marte in a while. Four seam cutter. Not bad. Couple barrels in there. Some hard hit. Last four have been pretty bad, but it was against Jared Jones. I could see that. Cattell's all right. Plus 456 on Kalshi. I like that price, but Corbin Carroll. 2 for 3. Actually, I don't mind Corbin Carroll here either. I don't mind Corbin Carroll here. Price is just not that good for Corbin. Not a good price for him. Yeah, D-backs have been tough. What up, Stacking? How we doing? D-backs have been tough. D-backs have been tough. Corbin has 2 triples head-to-head. I mean, he's kind of the king of triples. Man, I'm realistically not even going to take Cattell, for being honest, but if anybody here could tell Marte, I don't have McCann playing. I doubt he plays. If he does, you won't know for hours. Righties, the only thing they're hitting is a sinker. I guess cutter, sinker, cutter. Not even really hitting it that well. Terrible. Terrible, terrible, terrible. Mitch Bratt, left-handed pitcher, giving it up to righties here on a 4-seam. Ooh, 4-seam, really, that's all he's giving it up on. 4-seam slurve is what he throws. Lefties, slurve, sinker, 4-seam. Yeah, I like Reese today, actually. I do like Reese Hoskins today. 700 ISO, 100% air rate, plus 390, not a bad price. Reese Hoskins, not bad. Reese Hoskins, not bad. Yeah. Do not mind Reese Hoskins today, actually. Fry, when's the last time Fry played? Well, I guess he played recently, but he had pinch hit. His last real game was over a week ago. Pinch hit. Jesus Christ. And McCann, when's the last time McCann played? I mean, when he plays, he does pretty well. Just doesn't play. Guy just doesn't play. McCann could be interesting if he ends up playing, but for some reason, he doesn't get any playing time. So yeah, you could go Cattell, but the best player in this game for me is Reese. Lefty on lefty for Halpin, not doing hedges, no. Yeah, it's just Reese. DeLauder actually looks decent lefty on lefty, for being honest, but I'm good on DeLauder. 941 OPS, only 2 homers. Only 2 homers lefty on lefty. Not bad. Not bad. DeLauder's not bad. I'm not doing it. I'm just going to go Reese. DeLauder is not bad, though. What you're saying is Mac and DeLauder? Yeah, I like Mac. Patty B? Who the hell's Patty B? Patrick Bailey. I forgot he was on this team. He's on the lineup. Yeah, he's not playing today. 143 average versus lefties of 515 OPS. Maybe he plays, but that is terrible. If he plays today, I'd be shocked. He's barely serviceable against right-handed pitching, but lefties, he's terrible. Foster Griffin. Guardians look like a fade? No, I like Reese. I think Reese looks really good today. I really do. I really like Reese. Foster Griffin. Pretty funny, actually. Pretty funny. Nationals said they wanted to extend him, and he was just like, I'm good. He looked at the Nationals in the face and was like, no, I'm good. I don't want to be here. I'm good. That's crazy, though, because the Nats actually have a really good offense. I don't know. The only thing Nats are missing is good pitching, and he's a good pitcher. So, like, he's a decent pitcher. You'd think he'd want to be around for this. This team's close. The Nats are close to being good. Bryce Elder, you can hit him. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Sinker, slider, cutter. Oh, my God. Sinker, slider, cutter. Cutter, four-seam slider. Yeah. Oh, my God. Luis Garcia. Dalen Lyle. He had 2 homers yesterday. What was up with that? Dylan Cruz looks like... Garcia and Cruz. I'm going to narrow it down for y'all. CJ Abrams. I mean, if you go to the last 20, they're crazy. Dalen Lyle, man. Tell you what, he came out of nowhere yesterday. A lot of the Nationals look good. This could be a good hits, runs, RBI stack for the hits, runs, RBIs folks at home. Tell you what. Wood just isn't playable in the 200s. Luis Garcia, I'll take him at 400 for sure. Dylan Cruz at plus 600 is outstanding value. They look great. Even Dalen Lyle, man. But I would rather take Dylan Cruz at 600 than Dalen Lyle at 475, 450. So Cruz never comes through for me. He's on a heater now. 2 for 8 looks pretty good. But how often are you taking Dylan Cruz? His break even right here is 1 out of 6. Have you taken Dylan Cruz 6 times recently? Probably not. So his break even price is 1 out of 6. That's pretty good. Foster Griffin. Been pretty good, man. Been pretty good. 3 homers in the last 2 months. All right, let's see what the Braves are working with at least. Cutter, 4-seam, sweeper. Lefties, cutter, 4-seam, curveball. Matt Olson, nah. Austin Riley, good stats, but no ISO. Eli White. I don't think Eli White will play. I mean, are they going to give Acuna another day off? Are they doing like an every other day thing with him? Are they going to do an every other day thing with him? Because Eli White has a line. Ozzy's not bad here either. Don't mind Ozzy. Yeah, Ozzy's looking pretty nice. Ozzy looks pretty nice. Cutter, 4-seam, sweeper. Yeah, Ozzy looks pretty good. I'm going to throw him on there. Dubon, nothing crazy. Austin Riley. This is nuts. This is nuts. How is this possible? Okay. How in the hell... How is this possible that Austin Riley has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 barrels, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 blasts, 8 blasts in his last 20, and not a single home run? He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 balls hit over 105 mile an hour exit velocity. 12 balls hit over 100 mile an hour exit velocity. No homers. That doesn't make sense to me. This doesn't make any sense to me. Austin Riley might be going today. I'm going to throw him on. He's 0 for 4. The line's not terrible. His launch angles are just a little off. He's a little bit higher launch angle here. Look out for Austin Riley for a double today. Look out Austin Riley for a double today. This is the craziest stat log I've ever seen. This is beyond anything with like a bunch of homers. The fact that he has these exit velocities and not a single homer, these barrels and blasts and not a single homer, that's the craziest shit I've ever seen. So yeah, I think maybe he's a double kind of guy. I think Austin Riley looks pretty good for a double today. Or 2 bases, yeah. I'll just keep Ozzy on there then and keep it moving. I don't know if Acuna's going to play. That's the thing that scares me with Acuna. Taj, you can build them on here now. You see that? You can build your... For those of you guys who are new, let me just go through this again because some of you guys might have missed the update before we go to the next game. We got parlay builders for other markets now, and I'm going to add more later today, but you can do a pitcher strikeouts parlay builder. You can do hits, runs, RBIs, hits, all of it. So it's in there. It's in there. Even pitcher strikeouts, you can see the EV on any of these plays. You can see the EV on any of these plays. 11% EV on Dylan Cease, over 7.5 strikeouts. Hunter Green, over 7.5 strikeouts. 26% EV there. Paul Skeens, over on strikeouts, is actually a fade. His under has plus, that's fair value on both sides, really. Probably a fade overall for Skeens. Shane Drohan might be the best strikeout play of the day today, honestly. 30% EV on his over. Shane Drohan over 5.5 strikeouts. Great value there. You can alt ladder him up even, too. Plus EV on his entire ladder. If you're looking for a ladder challenge here, Shane Drohan, you can go to the ladders. Oops, shit. I clicked way too fast. You click on the line, go to the ladder tab, you can see all the different lines and the EV next to it. Shane Drowan, little ladder up to 8 strikeouts here, maybe 98% EV plus 340. Anybody interested in all that stuff? Right there. So yeah, huge new additions, and this goes for every prop, by the way. That's not just for strikeouts. Any prop has lines now with EV. So y'all can get in there outside of homers. Can we do a K's lay? Sure, we can do a K's lay at the end. Rangers, Astros, Hunter, Brown, Eovaldi. Well, Eovaldi is an anomaly here. Both of these guys are ground ball pitchers, which tells me to fade. But Eovaldi is also a meatball thrower. Eovaldi is a bit of a paradox here. He's a bit of a paradox. Austin plus 460 for a double. I mean, that stat log was nuts. That was nuts. I wouldn't be surprised. But watch. Here's what happens. We've all seen it happen before. You take Austin Riley for a double, he's going to hit a homer. You know what I mean? Mel said it. Yeah. You take Austin Riley for a double and he hits a homer. You take Austin Riley for a homer, he's going to hit a double. Is there a reason when you do the hit parlay, gambling changes it to 2 hits instead of 1? I'll look into that. I have an idea as to why it's doing that. I'll look into it. I'll fix it when I get off the stream, though. My guess is because it's looking for a line. Hold on, let me just make note of that. Okay, I made note of it. But I think I know why it's doing that. Yeah, Eovaldi here. What are we thinking about this? He's a meatball thrower who also is a ground ball thrower. If we look at his game log, it's actually pretty interesting. Here. You see a lot of games with no homers and a lot of games with like blow up multiple homers. So pretty interesting. I think we should still look into it. Cutter, curveball, 4-seam to the lefties. Righties are hitting splitter. Oh my god, they're hitting kind of everything. Everything except the slider. Fly ball rate's really low on the sinker, though. Shit. Pena looks really good. Jordan looks really good. And Trammell. Thing with Trammell, though, like, when does Trammell play? Trammell looks great, but when does Trammell play, man? Get rid of the 4-seam and Trammell sucks. Yeah, Pena and Jordan. I'm sticking with Pena and Jordan here. Pena and Jordan. Fading the Texas Rangers. Why? Ground ball pitcher. 53% ground ball rate. Recipe for a disaster. Only reason we're targeting Houston is because Eovaldi also is a meatball thrower. Think anybody gets scratched due to the trade deadline? Not today. Maybe pitchers, though. Not batters, though. Batters won't. All right, let me take my 30-second pee break. I will be right back. Change the song. All right, BRB. All right. All right. Okay. Game total here is 11. Pretty much what we got it at. Money line. No value on either side. Waka versus Sugano. Meatball thrower. Waka throws 90 pitches. I mean, so does Sugano. Tomoyuki Sugano. Well, or a splitter, four seam, sinker. Oh, he's getting rid of that slider, huh? Splitter, four seam, sinker is all he's really throwing. To the righties, cutter, four seam. Cutter, four seam, slider. Is he still throwing that cutter? Or that, yeah. Okay. Salvi. I already really like Salvador Perez. Kind of throw Tolbert on here as a long shot. Carter Banson looks pretty good too today. I can't lie. Carter Banson looks pretty good here today. His price is terrible though. Plus 300 for Banson. Plus 300 for Banson? No. When's the last time we had a 5 or 6 or 6x actually do something? They do it all the time. I haven't been taking. I don't take stuff based off the do factor though. All right. Yeah, Salvia at 330 though. I'd much rather take that than any of these other lines. And Tolbert 830 at Coors, like that's a shit. I mean, he is very hit or miss. He is very hit or miss. It almost looks like he swings with his eyes closed. Just helped one of my elderly neighbors bring her bins in. She looked like she was moving extra slow today. Good vibes. Good job, CW. Good person. You are a good person for that. That does bring good vibes. Yeah, Tolbert looks like he swings with his eyes closed. I'll be honest with you. But at plus 800, I mean, that's not a bad long shot. That's not a bad long shot. Waka gives it up to righties and lefties kind of evenly. A little bit more to righties. Sinker, cutter, changeup. Yeah. The odds are going to be cooked, but he looks good. Lefties. Not much. Changeup, four-seam, cutter. All. Ooh. I don't mind Willie. Hunter Goodman is solid today, but I mean, not at plus 210, 240. They cooked his odds, man. I don't mind money today. I don't mind money. Money and Castro. I don't mind money. I like Castro a lot. I really like Castro. Yeah. Either a home run or he's terrible. But I don't mind him. Money. Money's kind of average. I'm going to take money off. I'm going to keep just Castro. Keep just Castro on there. All right, Drowan, we already talked about him. In my opinion, one of the best plays of the day for strikeouts. You think Money's going today? No, he's Money Moniac. Money Moniac has been so good for me that like the last 2 years actually. Last season he was amazing for me too. He's hitting well above his break even when I put him on a slip. Eyes closed, batters parlay incoming. Shit, you make a parlay for anything. Ryan Johnson. I mean, we already know that sinker's getting smoked. I just want to look at something real quick. That's pretty good. I like Jake B today. I like Rake Bowers. I do like Rake Bowers. Righties, there's got to be a Churio homer here, right? There has to be. There has to be a Churio homer. Nope. It's been so bad. I mean, it's the Brewers. They don't hit homers. It's just Rake Bowers. It's just Rake Bowers. Yeah. He cooks on sinkers. Sinker cutter. He cooks on sinkers. Yeah, Rake Bowers is in play today. You like your Brewers? Fade. I only like Rake Bowers. I only like Rake Bowers. If they can't hit a homer here against Ryan Johnson, I mean, he might never hit one again. Curveball slider. Joe Adell. Joe Adell. Kind of another guy swinging with his eyes closed, man. Jeez. Kind of another guy swinging with his eyes closed. Ali. Soler looks terrible. Soler, the whole Soler versus lefties thing is gone. That ship sailed last year. That ship sailed last year. Yeah, Joe Adell's not bad, but he's kind of an eyes closed guy. He's kind of an eyes closed guy. 900 OPS, 10 homers versus lefties. It's Adell. If anybody's hitting Drowan, it's Adell, but he's probably striking out 7 at least. The eyes closed lay is Tolbert, Castro, and Adell. Kinda, yeah. Kinda, yeah. Tigers A's. Tigers team total here. Over 5.5. Damn, that's what we have it at. Shit. All right. Casey Mize just got scratched, so we're not going to be able to look at the A's. I don't think we know. What about Bryce Trang for props today? Probably for a hit. I think he was on the hits. Maybe his hits runs RBIs, but we'll see at the end. "21 homers for right-handed batters." You're looking at righties today, folks. In this game, you are looking at righties in this one. Lefties still can hit him, but four-seam slider to the righties. This little sneaky guy down here, man. This little sneaky guy. Well, so Torque does not look good. Torque actually looks awful. Last 20 balls in play, it's a little bit better. Last 10 and last 5, Torque is tough. Little sneaky guy, Valencia, though. 3 near home runs for Gleyber Torres. That's interesting. That's interesting. Four-seam slider from lefties. Yeah, a couple near homers here. Good launch angles. 384, 369, 360, 357. I don't mind Gleyber today, actually. He's close. He's very close. Veerling, not bad for Veerling either. Dingler, mid. Torque just looks bad. For a guy in the 200s, I would expect to see a lot more from Torque to see a 200s. He's got a good fly ball rate, but that's about it. Torque was number 2 on the home run zone parlay. I mean, he's got a good percentage to go, but at the 200s, I in his recent form, I can't do it. He's 2 for 4 with 2 homers, though. This is why. This is why, man. 2 for 4 with 2 homers. 2 for 4 with 2 homers. He's got the history. He on the year, he's not bad against the mix. Not bad. Pretty good, actually. But these last 10 have been terrible. Well, not terrible. They're not red. They're just kind of mid. I don't know. Torque probably goes tonight, but I can't do it at 265. I can't. I can't do it at 265, man. Not bad, but Valencia, just not enough. I'm not taking this guy at 390. Ho-Yu Lee, no. And Baez. Baez isn't bad here either, to be honest. Javi Baez, but his data is stale as hell. April and then into last year. He only has 2 balls hit this. He just came back. Yeah, he in 2 games played. He had a lot of hits. A lot of hits. Couple hard hit grounders, though. Yeah. Could be interesting for Javi, but yeah, they're calling him Max Clark. I don't know what's up with that, but yeah. I like Gleyber, and I think Torque. Y'all do what you want with Torque. Y'all do what you want with Torque. Is he playable? Yeah, he's definitely playable. I really don't like the odds. Wind is blowing out too. God, it's not going to take much. It's not going to take much to hit a homer here tonight. It's not going to take much. I'll throw Torque on there. Why not? Tigers team total, though, over 5.5. I actually don't mind that. It's a lot of runs, but playable. Can't pick guys. Like who? Giants, Padres, Weisenhunt versus ground ball Bradley. It's a wild name, Bradley. Not Bradley, but Bradley. Is it how do you even say that? Bradley, Bragley. But he's Spanish, so the G is silent. Bradley. Bradley. Maybe it's Bradley. Bradley. I don't know. Ground ball pitcher, though. Guy's kind of cooking. Oh, is he an opener? I think we're looking at an opener here. They just don't have a primary listed yet. So he's a ground ball pitcher and an opener. Changeup, four seam. Slider, four seam. Okay. You righty or lefty? Left-handed pitcher. Ty France again looks pretty good. Manny's not bad. 4 near home runs for Manny Machado. A lot of y'all who hate Manny Machado, 4 near home runs. Wow. Change up four seam from lefties. Yeah, 372, 359, 388, 349, 348. Just not quite there. Just not quite there. Near homers. I like Ty France a little bit more here. More consistent. I'm going to put Ty France on there. Good value, too. What was Manny's line? Yeah, Manny's line isn't bad. Plus 310. Not bad. Not bad for Manny. I'll throw them both on there again. I like them versus left-handed pitching. I really do. Good pitch mix ratings for both, too. Yeah, Tatis not bad against a slider. Really good against a slider. So's Machado. So's Ty France. Damn. Yeah. Don't mind. Dave, do you have a lot of rookies on there? Include small sample size, maybe? That's my guess. Let me see. Yeah, everybody's on there. If you have a lot of rookies or something, click that. Zebby, Bryce Miller. Well, you could always build a parlay if you can't get the guys to show up. If you're trying to do the place bet button or whatever, you can just go to your watch list and do it that way too. You just click the home run number and you can place a bet from there. So if there's guys you want to combo, that you want this guy, and this guy, you just click place bet and it'll do it. Another way you could do it too. All right. You can do it for any stat. Just click on any stat and it'll populate for a bet slip. Twins, Mariners, Zebby Matthews, Bryce Miller. Ooh. Okay. Four seam splitter. Ooh, he's getting rid of that splitter, huh? Nah. Ryan Creedler's not bad. Cody Clemens. Not a fan. Not really a fan of the Twins. No one's jumping off the page. Cody's decent. 200 ISO is a little low. Good error rate, though. If anybody, it's Cody. Anybody is Cody. Yeah, he's a lot of hard hit. A lot of field outs. Cody Clemens is not bad today. Kind of gives me Austin Riley vibes. Austin Riley vibes. It's not bad, though. A lot of hard hit. Double, double. Look. Cody Clemens and Austin Riley, two guys so far that kind of pop out for doubles today. Zebby. Kind of reined it in, though. Pretty even. Golly. Four-seam slider. Curveball. He's gotten pretty good against lefties. Gotten pretty good against lefties. Guess we'll look at... Oh. Cole Young and Luke Raley. Weston Wilson, a little interesting. But Cole Young and Luke Raley don't look bad. Mainly Luke Raley here. Canzone. Yeah. This is not bad for Luke Raley. Been brutal recently, though. He's getting pinch hit a lot, too, again. I do not like that. Who had bat? Yeah, Luke Raley is Cole Young's not terrible, but honestly, the only person that looks pretty good here is Luke Raley, but those pinch hits. Look at this. 2, 2, 2, 0, 1, 2, 1. This whole week, he hasn't gotten more than 2 at bat. Well, this one he got 4 at bats. He walked twice. But this game, yeah. Luke Raley's been getting yanked. I would love to have taken Luke Raley, but he's been getting yanked. Julio, no, none of the righties look worth a damn. Oh, Dodgers have an opener. And they're going up against, oh, God. Ranger Suarez. Game's awful. This game looks awful. 0.47 HR per 9, 5 homers in 18 games. This ain't one. His sinker and curveball get smoked by lefties, but this is not one of them ones. Blind Otani. I hate it. Mookie, 0 ISO. Yeah. No, I think he's playing today. I saw a report that said he's going to DH today. Not good. Not good. All right, let me post the watch list here. Posting it in the WAP. If you join rootbest.com, you'll get access to the WAP.com server where the watch list is posted every day. Pull it up for like 30 seconds, and then we're going to move on. Some good names. Some good names. Okay. Let's look at tags. Locked in is George Springer. Platoon advantage. Zone master, just Luis Garcia. Okay. That's Merlin is the highest pitch mix rating. All right, we got 10 guys with a really good pitch mix rating, too. Holy cow. Who's the worst pitch mix rating on here? Joe Adell. We got a good mix here. Pitcher strikeouts. Actually, let's just go to the parlay builder. Test it out. I might have to tweak some stuff on it still, but it works. I'm gonna play around with it a little bit more today. Pitcher Ks. I would run this. Geens, Dro, and Imanaga. Could also go Hunter Green. Meatball Dune on there. He's got a great strikeout matchup. Geens was a fade for batters. I was fading Skeens as batters for the other team, aka fading the Reds on homers. The hell, Meatball doing on there? Hey, Meatball throws strikeouts. He can get 5, 6, 4, 8. His floor is 4, and his line's 4.5. So he needs one more than his line's 5.5. God, such a good strikeout matchup though. Swap out Imanaga. You could throw in. Ooh. Waka. Waka over 4.5 against Colorado. Waka over 4.5 against Colorado. He's going 6 or 7 innings here. You can get 5 strikeouts in 7 innings against Colorado. Definitely can get 5 strikeouts. Geens, Dro, and Waka is not bad either. Or Hunter Green, Dro, and Waka. Hunter Green's been a little bit hit or miss with the strikeouts, though. Paul Skeens, I think, goes, a lot more consistent. Kind of like this one right here. Skeens, Dro, and Waka. Don't mind it. Don't mind it. Let's look at long shots here. This is like alt ladders, right? So long shots is going to be your alt lines. Mize is out now. Honestly, the only alt line I really like today. The only alt line that I really like today. Maybe Ranger over 4.5. But 5.5 even. Yeah. I like that. Drohan and Ranger Suarez. Dude, Drohan. Ranger Suarez. Although I probably would drop Drohan down to 6. Drohan 6Ks. Or sorry, 7. Over 6.5. 7 strikeouts for Drohan and then Ranger Suarez for 6. Not bad. Not bad. K rank is tough. For that alt line, it's not bad. Zeby's so inconsistent. 5, 7, 5, 3, 4, 1. Zebby is so inconsistent. Will Warren over 4.5 isn't bad. Some options. Vladdy, Aranda, and Terang hits lay. If you want to do just your builders, you can do 2-leg hit lays. Matchup edge, Terang and Jordan. This is your double up right here. You can use this tool to easily double up. This is your easy double up tool. Matchup edge, Terang and Jordan, both with great pitch mix ratings and good hits projections. It's a minus 107. You double up on that. Contact Kings. These are high contact players. Low strikeout rate. This is a really good tab for hits. Low strikeout rate, guys, is what you're targeting. So this is where you can build a little bit bigger parlays, in my opinion. Contact Kings tab or strategy. Low strikeout rate, high batting average. You pair like 4 or 5 of these guys. It's going to be a longer shot play, like plus 600 for 5 guys to get a hit, but not bad here. There's only one option for a 2-leg hit parlay. Well, that's just that's the best option for that strategy. You could do different strategies. It'll give you different 2 legs. You could also do it like from your watch list only if you wanted to. There's a lot of ways to do it. You could do it by game too. Say you want to only do, I don't know, say you go to player projections, pitchers, hits allowed, right? Ryan Johnson, Shane Drohan, actually, the 2 highest hits allowed. But say you want Ryan Johnson and Sugano. Okay. You go back here. Go back to the hits tab. You would have looked at that earlier, by the way. You wouldn't be looking at it now. I gotta figure out why the hits tab takes so long to load. Actually, I know why. I'm gonna try and fix it. We said Ryan Johnson and Sugano. Okay, well now you get your 2 legs from this game. Very different strategies. Man, Terang is everywhere. You could swap guys out too if you wanted. Well, that wasn't from that game. I'll fix that. Oh, he is in that game. Isaac Collins. Interesting. So there's a lot of ways to get plays. You want to build something for just that game? Yeah, perfect. You go click at the Island game. Take off 1 batter per game. Boom. PCA and Goldschmidt for hits. Long shots would be Conforto and Goldschmidt. Man, Goldschmidt is everywhere. PCA and Horner, right? Even do like a 3-leg or something. If they don't fit the strategy, then they won't populate. So like nobody has a matchup edge, and nobody on these teams are contact kings. But yeah, so many ways you can do it, and that's just for hits. You can do hits, runs, RBIs too. We can do hits, runs, RBIs, and then I'm gonna add some more today. We're gonna get a bunch more in there today. Hits, runs, RBIs play, right? These guys are small sample size. Top of the order, this is going to do wonders for you. These are only going to be looking at guys for hits, runs, RBIs that are at the top of the order. DeLauder, Ohtani. You can sort it by game if you want. Hot bats, PCA, Pena, Moreno, Luis Ariz. You got a lot of options here. You can build it however you want. So, yeah, super awesome. Let's do the home run lay. Let's do the home run lay. All right. All right. All right. So, oh boy. Okay, how do we want to structure this? Okay, let's start with Conine, Mac, Stowers. Let's get Mesa, Caminero in there. Jordan and Pena in there. Machado, France. Ooh. Perez, Colbert, Castro. Maybe get those guys in there. Now I need Valdez and Low. Valdez. We'll have to work some of the other guys in further rounds. So, all right. Poll 1 is live right now for leg 1. Top of the chat, drop down menu, cast your votes. 1 minute. 1 minute. Still on drone line go now. What's that now? What did it move to? I like this list today. I think today we're back. I think we are back today. Overall, I love this list today. Red arrow's going down. Oh, I see. All right. All right. Which of these three are we going with today? Which of these three are we going with today? Conine, Stowers. Okay. Not a lot of votes. Not a lot of votes. I like Mac. Saxophone getting louder. Decent amount. I mean, 50 votes. A little over 50. All right. Stour Power wins. Sour Power. All right, leg 2. All right, let's get some other guys in here. Mesa, Caminero, Olson. I want to get Springer in there. Springer's got to go in there. I'll put Springer with like kind of the random. Springer, Cruz, Ozzy, Adele. Actually, I'll put those 3. Jordan and Pena. Bowers and Adele. Oh, Valdez. All right, leg 2's up. Leg 2's up. I'm going to post some plays in there too from this list. I'm going to post some plays to the community tab from this list today. Yeah, Jordan's odds are trash, though, for being honest. What's that third tag on torque versus fly ball pitcher? Opponent allows a fly ball rate higher than his ground ball rate. Fly ball pitcher. Springer, Cruz, Ozzy. All right, we're getting a little bit of like a nice little balanced leg here for the Stowers chalk. Leg is live. Pull is live. PCA, I did not include him at his odds. I did not include him at his odds. His odds were just too trash. They were just... He looked good today. He looked decent, but at 215, 220, whatever the hell it was, like, golly, man. Especially with how the home run balls have been flying lately. Nico with the resub with Prime. I appreciate that. All right, Springer. I like George today. I really like George today. I think that's a good leg. That is a sharp leg. I think that is a sharp leg. All right, let me change the song, and then we'll do leg 3. Actually, I'm going to play a song. Does anybody know this song? Tell me if you know this song. It's a banger, by the way. If you're like a 90s kid, you'll know this song. If you're not a 90s kid, you'll have no clue. How do I want to do this? I gotta get... Torque and Torres. $93 and you're clueless? I don't know what this is from. Maybe a movie. I don't know. It's really just that like intro, the did-in-in-it. This part's so classic. How do I feel like I gotta try to I gotta get Colson. All right, here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna kind of jumble some of this stuff together. Luis G. Cruz, Machado, France. Okay. This is a pretty jumbled vote. So you just got to pick the player you want the most out of all this jumbled shit and figure it out from there. We'll figure it out from there. All right. I tried to kind of group everybody in here. I'll give you guys 2 minutes on this one. I'll give you 2 minutes on this poll. So really think about it. All right. Just pick the one player you like the most out of this list. It's basically the rest of the list. I tried to get them all in there. Pick the one player you like the most. Are we sure on Stowers back to back? I mean, if there was a day he was going to do it, he's in a pretty good spot. He's in a pretty good spot today. Luis Garcia almost hit 3 yesterday. .371, 455, 342. 455 is crazy. Thing with Luis Garcia though is his launch angle is like somehow always under 25 degrees. Even his home runs, they're line drive homers, every one of them. Painter's back, Alonso's going. Honey, if they called Painter back up, well, maybe they're dealing with some injuries and stuff, yeah, but he's supposed to be him, man. Painter is supposed to be him. Like, just don't forget that, y'all. Sometimes they get called up, they don't do so well, they go back down, they fix it, and they come back up and they dominate. All right, Bowers. Okay. Bowers, Joe Adell, Olsen M, Junior, Tom. All right. Last leg here is live. I'm going to post a few of these plays today, by the way. I'm going to post a few plays in here. So y'all better be locked in. Y'all better be locked in. Stowers was leg 1. Springer was leg 2. Orioles aren't playing today? Yeah, they play the Phillies. We skipped that game because they didn't have a pitcher announced. But now now they have, I guess, what's his head in there? Victor Mesa's winning this one right now. Jake Bowers is on the comeback. Victor Mesa's taking the lead. Bowers is tied. Oh, God, this is close. Victor Mesa by 1 vote. Wow. That's crazy. All right. I said it yesterday. I'll say it again today. There's not really a point in taking these chalk guys right now with the homers not flying. With the homers not flying, anything in the plus 200s, probably not good to take. You're not going to beat that break even right now. Realistically, you're just not. So, chat either cooking or cooked. Tell you what, this is not what I expected the vote to come out to, but because Alonso's not in the lineup, I got to figure out where this game is. The game broke. Yeah. There's something going on with that game right now because of the whole Andrew Painter situation. So I got to fix it. I'll fix it right after the stream ends. But Andrew Painter's situation broke something with that game. I don't know why. Did I miss something? Is Fetty throwing meatballs? Yeah, Fetty always is a meatball thrower, man. Fetty's been a meatball thrower for 4 years. He's been a meatball thrower for 4 years. All right, I'm going to post some more plays in here today, though. I'm going to do that in a little bit. So keep an eye on the community tab. View community feed. Keep an eye on this tab. Also, like I said, this button, if y'all missed it, this bet button is so fast. So if y'all click the place bet button, you're not waiting a minute anymore. Now you're going to wait maybe 10 seconds. Y'all can place 3 or 4 of these plays in less than a minute. Anybody post some K's plays? Okay. Dave, there we go. K, they add twin. HRR. Mel, Friday dinner. There we go. PCA, Jock, and Volpe. Hits. Just me. I only post a hits play. But y'all can start posting these plays. So you can look at whatever you want. If you want to look at all the plays, you can look at all the plays. If you want to look at just K's, you can just look at K's. Banging. And we're going to add more markets today. Total bases, all that stuff. So. Sauer, Springer, and Mesa. Mesa. But if look, listen, chat, before y'all pass judgment, look who's been hitting. Dalen Lyle, Weatherholt, Teoscar, Marcy, Susak, DeLuca, Yastrzemski. Like, even Mullins. Cody Clemens yesterday. Been kind of a lot of randos that aren't hitting 30, 40 homers a year. Been a lot of guys that have just been kind of coasting along. When's the last time Teo hit a homer? You know? Jacob Marcy. DeLuca. So, before y'all pass judgment, look who's been hitting recently. I don't see a single Jordan. I don't see a single Shohei. None of those guys. So, before y'all pass judgment on the play, also, you don't have to take it if you don't want. But before y'all pass judgment on the play, like, this is kind of what the list has been looking like recently. This play right here is who's been hitting homers. These guys that aren't hitting them every day. So, keep that in mind. Kind of where we're at right now with the MLB. But I'm excited to see what y'all cook up. I'm very excited to see what y'all cook up. Especially with the new markets. Pitcher Ks, hits, runs, RBIs. Once again, if y'all want to find money line plays too, click on any of these and it'll tell you where the value is. So for example, this one right here, Yankees money line, has good value on Novig. Right? And you can look at alt lines here too. So if you want to look at the run line, click alt lines. This will show you the run lines. Let's quickly see if there's any really good value. Cardinals money line today against Dylan Cease as an underdog. Not bad here against Dylan Cease as an underdog. I don't know if I would do that. They're a huge dog, but 1.5%, 15%. Once again, Pirates money line, pretty good play there. Washington Nationals money line here, 22%, good EV. 21%. Nationals money line on FanDuel looks really good. Brewers money line tonight looks pretty good. 16% value. Tigers 9% is not bad. Over 10.5 runs in this game too. Tigers A is not bad. And then Twins money line. Twins money line's not bad here today. 16%. So there's some good value on the board. There is some good value. This is an underdog play. They're plus 150. Not bad. Not bad for an underdog. So y'all have some options. What's that? We need a community leaderboard. Ooh. How would I do that? I have to figure out how to do that. I'd have to figure out how to do that. I think that'd be tough. Nothing's impossible, though. Nothing's impossible, but that would be tough. Yeah, we'll see. Well, I'm going to keep adding stuff. Y'all have been seeing it since day one. I continuously add stuff to this product. So if you join rootbets.com, which I think you should, right now, code second half for 50% off, you're going to be in good hands. I'm going to keep adding stuff that you guys recommend and stuff that I think of. Like today's update was huge, adding all these odds screenings. This is massive. You get an odds screener in here now. Not only, this is crazy, guys. Not only are you getting all of the data, all of the models, you're also getting an odds screener. Like, I don't know what more you could ask for, but I'll keep adding it. And this is just the books I have. You can customize your books. Look at all these options you have to choose from. If you want to look at prize picks plays, underdog fantasy, DraftKings pick 6, rebet, better fantasy, polymarket, Caesars, you know what I mean? All these different books are in here. Just select what you want. So, all right. I will catch y'all tomorrow around the same time. I appreciate y'all for hanging out today. Good luck with any plays you end up taking. I'm going to post some more in the community for different markets here.